also Daft Minecraft. So we want to go to the Woodland Mansion. I would like to have a ender chest. So we're going to find the stronghold and go kill the ender dragon. And that's going to require us using some of our ender pearls, turning them into Eye of Ender, so that we can toss them and follow the path towards the stronghold. And so that's what we'll do in today's video, is how to find the stronghold. Let's get going. So we're going to make a health potion here. Be handy to have on us. Some glowstone powder in. You get an even stronger potion. So the first thing you do is throw an Eye of Ender by pressing the sky. Now it's possible to throw more than one, so I'll split them. This way we can only ever throw one at a time. Now, you can collect them, or they can break. So it's good to have a good supply. So what you do is you just run. Do not be tempted to throw Eye of Ender every minute or so. Wait a few minutes. If you run past your target, it'll just turn you around. You know you're close. You could actually start digging out a mine at that point if you wanted to. Dang it. No, that'll happen. When they hard dive down like that at a sharp angle, that means you're on top of the portal room. So where'd it go? Sometimes they will disappear into the ground. So the abandoned mine shaft is a dead end. So I've been hopping up back towards the surface and doing side tunnels as I go. What's this? Aha! So the eye was correct. I should have paid attention to the fact that it was diving to the side. There is no value in this spawner. We have 2 eyes already installed. Now, I did say, when I've done these before, I have been very anal and what have you. So we need 8 more Eye of Ender. And you can sometimes find them when you explore in these crates if you're lucky. And we're lucky. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we found our stronghold. And I didn't want to bore you guys with the process that I went through to connect the stronghold to this world. Because, as I said before, I'm interested in finding Woodland Mansion and taking care of finding a stronghold, taking care of killing the Ender Dragon. These are side quests. I'll do full videos on them later with more details. So why don't we take a look at the connection we made between the portal room and our mine. And to do that, let's switch over to the portal mine location. So here we are in the portal room. Now, as you can see, I've made some changes. I've cleaned it up a little bit. I went back and collected a couple of Eye of Ender that we have left over from the other location. But I think I have 3 or 4 more. I got 4 more that I have yet to turn into Eye of Ender. And then we're going to have to do some hunting to get some more ender pearls. So let's take a look at the room and let's do a walkthrough. So the first thing that digging around inside of a stronghold gets you is lots of stronghold block. And this is how you know you found a stronghold, because you'll never find this block anywhere else. I left myself an opening into the stronghold proper. To be honest with you, I've shot a lot of video and I can't remember what I've shot. So we may go redundancies here. So as I go along, I keep making these structures that point back. So every time I walk into a new room or any large area, I try to create a reference to push me back. Another thing I do is every time I come to a wall, I didn't do it here, but that's because, but I always push through these walls. You might find a structure on the other side of these walls. One thing about these strongholds is they can have a lot of hidden secrets in them. So, but this is a stronghold, and they're kind of boring, to be honest with you. They don't have a lot of mob activity going on. In a way, they're kind of boring. I did find a couple of ender pearls here. These are the ones I still have to make into Eye of Ender. This is the underside of the portal room. So I like to, basically what I do is I build flush with the portal itself. And so we stand on top of the portal like so. I gave myself some boxes and stuff. I'm not going to do any mining here. So there's not going to be any, I haven't even really excavated my main mine. And I'm kind of anal. I probably should. Got a bed. And of course, very important, we have a nether gate. And this will take us to the our position on the other side. Okay, we built ourselves a hut. This one was kind of dug into the hillside, so that's why we got that. We have our classic launcher, our launcher. And before we came through this gate the very first time, I used a compass to determine which direction back to home. And I came out pointing just about that direction. So what I did was I dug, since it's at an angle and I don't want to make an angled passageway. It's possible to do so, I've done it, but it's a lot of digging. I just would go, I'll show you, go forward You go forward for a certain length of time. Usually, I just kind of eyeball it, but you go forward, da-da-da-da-da, sideways, da-da-da-da-da, forward, da-da-da-da-da, and then down there it turns sideways. So, let's go get the mine cart and run this. So we hop in and take off. So, I figured that I traveled about 12 minutes to find this place. And I did the math on how many blocks you go in a minute, and I came up with about 1,500 blocks. So I figured with 1,500 blocks on the diagonal. So I just kind of would go forward for a little bit, sideways for a little bit, forward for a little bit, sideways for a little bit, taking advantage of the lay of the land as we go. Sometimes you find spots that are really good to dig in. I'll just dig those for a while. But eventually I did pop out and I did spot my box here. So you can see over there our tunnelway. So eventually, if you see that shelf that's floating in midair over there, we actually are about another 40 blocks beyond that, where I kind of popped out into the world, and I thought, you know, I have been digging, and I'm like, well, I guess we'll make a turn here. I'm like, oh, hey, look, something I made. I calculated how high up I needed to be to meet this structure by counting how many steps down to that huge lava lake, and then how close was I to the same, I hoped, lava lake in the other room, and I hit it perfectly. So it's not that long of a trip to get over to here, where we've built this switcher, so that piece of track right in front of the cart there can give us both jobs. That'll take us out to XP. That takes us back to the portal room. If you leave the cart on the XP room setting, but you've been out to the portal room, you don't want to come flying back through and straight to the XP room. So we have a detector rail here which sends an impulse and will actually turn that track temporarily back. Alright, there you have it. That is a not-so-daft portal room discovery video. The process is kind of laborious, kind of simple. We are going to make up a few more ender pearls. I'm going to hunt the nether for some endermen, and the next time we talk, we'll be ready to jump into that portal and go kill the dragon. We might need some more new gear. I'd like to have some more prot gear to face the dragon. That actually should be a quick video. This video is going to include some high-speed finding the portal room and a little bit of side video on how we made that switch over there. And the reason for that is that it's very difficult when you have a switch area floating in the middle of a floor to make that work. So that's why I showed you that. Alright, thank you for watching Not So Daft Minecraft. I have been Gosub. You have been great.